So I'm just starting with my old reliable favourites, and it's something we haven't seen much of in the last few YEOTYs, which is the use of cartoons, which are freely available in newspapers and magazines. And we want to inject a bit more creativity now back into YEOTY. It doesn't all have to be academic type papers. So one of the resources that's useful is the actual free cartoons in newspapers or even electronic papers, or electronic journals. So that's one source of resource. The next resource I'm going to talk about is the actual Young Economist website itself. And I've just taken screenshots of what's currently on the resource page. And so the first thing is that the Iot Marking Rubric is up there. And as you can see there from the blurb there, that we have a rubric and we tweak it slightly each year based on the feedback from the panel. So the current one is up there, and it just gives you a guide as to obviously the criteria with the projects. So that's actually a resource in itself. The next thing is that the actual previous winning projects are a resource in themselves, because obviously if they have done well to have been awarded a prize. And I think maybe an approach could be to get your students to look at those, and even during class, even to discuss what are the features of quality of projects that make it to the top projects. So that's just some pictures of some of the previous winners. Also in the YEOTY program itself, there's some nice resources at the back of it around inquiry-based learning and even Bloom's taxonomy and things like that. So, that they are all resources within themselves. This has been alluded to already, that Marina Pecanino from Maynooth University did put together a lovely resource on how to conduct research, and that's been spoken about already. In last year's webinar, Miguel Palicer did a lovely presentation on economic inequality. So that's there on the website, the PowerPoint presentation and the video. The previous year, Lisa Ryan from UCD and Kelly De Bruin from the ESRI gave an excellent presentation on the economics of climate change. So that's there on the website for your perusal. As Bruno mentioned, Maynooth University have done a number of instructional videos on various different economic concepts. So this is one on minimum wage. I know they're developing a range of them, which they will put into their own website. We have a link to each of the partners have their own section on the YEOTY website. So according as each institution that's involved in this creates resources for students and for teachers, they will be uploading them to their own website, and we'll link to that as well. Bruno also alluded to the Core Econ. It's an absolutely excellent resource. It's free, and it's a source of ideas and inspiration for students, but it's also very good to show them how to do research properly as well. So it's an excellent and it's free resource. The economistfoundation.org is also an excellent resource, and the particular part within it is they have a section called Topical Talk, and again that might be a source of inspiration for students of ideas, and it's really well laid out. Here's one on rewilding, another one here on food, greener choices for food, and it's very visually stimulating, and it might be a stimulus for students, and they might give them ideas for the questions. This was alluded to already, that the Sustainable Development Goals official website, the globalgoals.org, has some excellent resources and information. And also within that, there is a section called the World's Largest Lesson. So there is fantastic resources even for you in the teaching of economics, and it might be a source of ideas and inspiration for students. And I think finally, just to say that there is a Government of Ireland initiative called Creating Our Future, and that's what the overarching theme of this is, creating our future, the role of economics. And I think it would be great that some of the projects emerging from YEOTY 2022 could be submitted to this, because the Government of Ireland are asking people to submit their ideas. about creating our future. So I would hope that your students will create ideas about creating a new future underpinned by sound economics. So that's all from me. And thanks very much to everybody for their contributions. Thank you.